Welcome back into the workshop, and, well, let's just say more confusion has resulted from me testing the accuracy of this setup. What I might do is have a break from it, but might dial a friend. He is an engineer. He may see my methodology as wanting, or the tools being used as wanting. Can accept all of that. But it may be that I can get him to have a look at it and do the very thing that I'm doing. And that's testing it for parallelness, because I just got a message, a reading that is quite out. Down the far end, I had a measurement of 147.4, and here I got 148.12. So that's about that 0.5 of a mil difference. Yeah, but then remembering I've got 147.4 down the far end. So 147, oh well, that's a bit better, 0.9, or so that's that's 0.2 difference just there. Then I got a measurement of 147.73. Well, that's almost identical to the well, no, it's not quite. It's still that little bit out, but it's within about 0.3 to 0.4 of a mil. So do I accept that tolerance as almost being imperceivably small, as far as, the real world? I don't treat it like that. Or do I go further? I could make this slightly further that way, because the measurement when I redid it off camera, I had a measurement of 73.57 here and 73.62. I was within a tenth of a millimetre of, there or thereabouts, 0.15 of a millimetre. So that's not too bad. But it kind of gets reflected in some of these other measurements. When I did it this way here, I had the measurement of 147.54, and the other end was 147.59. So, yay for that! I'm within, like 5/100ths of a millimetre parallel in that direction. Kind of nice. And yeah, 0.15 there. So, in all, it's pretty darn parallel. But I want it better. I'm chasing down those tiny engineering level of tolerances. So let's see whether we can do that. Here's the acid test. Forget the measuring tools and the use as I am making use of them, but now put a piece of melamine in there that can span between the posts of the fittings here, and make a cut, and then we can measure the actual cut piece. Move it there, same thing, measure the cut piece and see what the measurements are, because at the end of the day, it's all well and fine me saying that it is parallel, but it is the item, the actual melamine, the cut, that will determine whether it is accurate or not. It might come down to is more play in the saw, or the vibrations of the blade might not cut the same. But I'm in the ballpark, at least, to be trying these things, making them go further. Didn't think I'd have this amount of problems with this version of it, but that I am having them, and being able to remedy them is a good thing. I do like this idea of that there, so I can just adjust it, but equally, if I have to go down and make that sort of packer there to reduce the amount of fiddling with the screw, even better. I'm not going to be insulted by that. But at the moment, I'm going to say yay, where we can kind of move forward in the refinement of it, but move forward and not have to concentrate too much on this. Now, it's another thing that in the previous video I mentioned a comment that was made about the threaded rod. One of the reasons that I'd say good idea, but the problem, as I said, these pins are actually stainless and a bit tricky to drill. But at the drop of a hat, I can take these off and reposition them into different holes. So there's that. That's a bit of a plus in my book. So the threaded rod I did like, because I've got a wee bit of a soft spot for the threaded rods for different purposes, and that'll be upcoming. Still on the books. Very, very versatile. Equivalent of those bars over there for the 3-4-5ing method. I've got a threaded. In fact, the threaded rods over there, quite long, aren't they? Interesting that. But they're going to be used for a specific end purpose and adjustable. So anyway, yes, I like the idea of the threaded rod, but in this case I don't think they would be as applicable, as usable, but good idea though. Yeah, it's that lateral inaccuracies that I had that would trip me up with that idea. Anyway, there we go. Yay. Now I've got to just come back here, tidy everything up here. Oh, that was another question. Someone asked me, well, in this scenario, is it possible to tilt the saw? And the answer is no. For the rare occasions that you would want to tilt, I can strip everything off within about 60 seconds and I've got that facility still there. Should I want it, when I want it, or if I want it. There's no sense in making the dust collection issue overly complicated when, in those rare circumstances that I need a tilt, I can strip everything off. In the not as rare occasion that I want a mitre, well, I've got an accessory for that already on the books. So I've actually able to do mitres that are more capable, the range, than the saw is itself capable of without a jig, and I'm going to have it built into this anyway. So yippee for that. So that's that's another reason for not adulterating the box, the plenum, for that purpose. Now I did reference to Dennis from Hooked on Wood, and he made quite a sophisticated box dust extraction system, one where even the base was part of the dust extraction and the fence and the box at the back there, and he had an insert piece here that he could put in and out for doing mitres or whatever, and it was you could almost say a consumable that once it's used up you can put another one in. I simply don't want to go to that complexity, and I think this is a compromise upon which I can live with. It's just, it's different. Where is it? Oh, there. One of the things is this heavy chunk of aluminium here. This is not the accessory I was mentioning, however, and it's got a hole in it in the back there. It can pop into place, and I can, at my discretion, use it to create my mitres. So by arcing it round in this manner, I can create the angle that I want, clamp it in place at that angle, and I've got my mitre. Not a tilt, but a mitre facility. So that's effectively what I was talking about in the accessory. This could become it. This was the original idea of having this act in that capacity, but I might well make a custom wood one to work in that role. So anyway, that's easy, isn't it? It's already there, and I've got just lifted off the pin. It's got a hole that end and that end, so it can be used left or right. So it's still got that facility. But there's other things. Could it be something not dissimilar to this? Well, you'll have to wait. There's a whole series of things coming our way at some stage. I'm not going to say soon, but there you go. Okay, that's it. I'm off. I will catch you in the next video. Okay, bye now.